Warning! The following contains content that could result in a positive perspective on life, which some viewers may find motivational and inspirational. Subsequently, audiences may experience changes in behavior, such as becoming productive and determined. Please attempt to try this at home and occupy your place!
Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another installment. Now today we're here to meet someone who embodies both hustle and grind. He may have had a lot on his plate, but it never stopped him from having laser focus to print and cut his own path in his industry. Finally, with a mindset that can't be bought, occupiers, you simply cannot afford to miss this one. Here's one I made earlier.
Let's go. So I've got an older sister and a younger brother. Single parent. Dad was gone when I was like 10 months old. And just my mum, grafting. And I was out every day, around, having fun. I feel like it's probably the same kind of childhood as anyone else would have had. Just one parent, having fun. Simple and easy, really. There was no, like, mum never beat me up. There was no trauma. I was like a normal kid, you know. My nan would take, you know, in her old little Fiesta, she'd take me to places. Brentwood, there was like some part we used to go to, had like a jail cell, prison, castle thing. Like, used to love going there, going to London and that. But no, I think it's normal upbringing. No carnage, carnage come later. But yeah, normal. No one likes school, yeah. So to me, no one likes school, but I got on with it. Yeah, got on around a bit. Didn't do too bad. Used to get a couple points for being naughty in primary school. Senior school, got excluded a few times, but nothing crazy. I still got on, still done what I had to do. And I had respect. I knew how to speak to my teachers, how not to speak to them, who I could mess around with and who I couldn't. I passed everything except English. I found that I got a D in English, but everything else I got merits, distinctions. B, C's. I actually done alright, surprisingly. I may have been about, but I take stuff in really well. So work-wise, when I was growing up, there was a guy that was into finance and made loads of money. So in my head, I always liked maths, so I always wanted to do something financial, making a load of money. But that never happened. Life didn't go that way. So I love bikes. Yeah, bikes is definitely a passion of mine. And I'd buy and sell pedal bikes, motorbikes, and just carry on upgrading, making money with it. Then I started a job, a real proper job with a proper company. I started working with Network Rail. I've done that for nearly 10 years. And the day I started, I also bought my first R125, which was a bike that took me from having no money to, I probably earned like 100 grand in 4 years. Like, just profit from selling bikes. And so that, you know, that increased, you know, it allowed me to get a better car, you know, do things to my house, X, Y, and Z. Like, it's, you know, that was the main thing. So like 8 years I was with Network Rail, and then I've done contracting for 2 years before that, which is basically the same, but just working self-employed in a sense. Building houses, doing stuff to that. Like, you'd watch Homes Under the Hammer, and you see all these guys buying and selling houses, putting work in, getting money out, and, you know, building empires. You know, it's a dream, but it is achievable, but it's not achievable. It's, you know, you've got to work so hard, get the money in, have the right people, and if you've got investors, you're laughing, but I ain't got no investors. It was a random one. Someone just must have put up a number plate machine up for sale, and I looked at it and I'm like, I can make money with that. It's £600, and for £600, number plate was like £20 at the time. So all I had to sell was 30 plates, and that initial investment was paid. Obviously I had to buy number plates, £150 back then for however many sets. And within like 2 months I was in profit, and I was just like, okay, just normal printed plates. I started seeing shorter plates, custom size ones, 3Ds, 4Ds, and I was like, oh, there's money in that. Like, found suppliers, and then, like, it's just snowball. It starts from nothing, and it's just grown and grown and grown, from being in my bedroom to my shed to a van, doing lives on TikTok. Like, one day I had over 1,100 people watching me live on TikTok, just making number plates. Like, it's a progression, but where we are now, it's like, what do I do now? How do I take this up another notch, another level? But we don't know that yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, as a lot of people are. And the thing is, I was grafting. Like, I was working, I'd done paper rounds, markets, delivery jobs. Like, I'd done so much stuff. Like, I never didn't have work. Like, and then now I do my own, like, make my own money, and put my feet up and still make money. So we've been doing this since 2019, 2020. So let's say 6.5 years, give or take. And when I first started, you couldn't have told me I'd be doing this. Yeah, because I've done plates for £1 million cars. I've got one guy that gets plates off me. He's got 3 Bugattis. He's got Rolls Royces. He's got McLarens, and like, there's nothing wrong with some of a Fiesta to a Bugatti, but to get in with that kind of clientele, it's, I'd never even seen a Bugatti. You know what I mean? And now I'm making plates for Bugattis. I've got a plate today for a Ferrari 812. Like, crazy. Like, and I think the thing that I like the most is, things like this today. We've got an 812 that we've got to do a plate for. Now, I'm going to go and deliver that plate. Yeah, because I love the cars. Yeah, so I'll go there. I don't even care about the plate. I want to go there. I want to see the car. I want to fit it on. Like, that to me, I love that. Like, I'll get on my bike and I'll go anywhere in London, because it's going to be London somewhere. I don't even know where it is right now, but I told him, you tell me where it is, it'll be made today, and I'll be with you today. Yeah, not because of who he is or whatever it is, but I want to, I like these cars. It's something different. Like, we do Fiestas every day. We don't do Ferraris every day. And people don't, you don't see these cars every day. Certain places you do, but around it you don't. Like, I couldn't tell you anybody around it that owns a Ferrari. Fiesta, maybe a Fiat. That's the closest thing. But yeah, no, that's what I enjoy most. And making new things as well, man. The amount of stuff I've learned myself here. Like, I've gone from a little number plate machine to I've now got number plate machines, printers, laser cutters, other laser cutters. I've got so much machinery around me. I've got vinyl cutter here that, the stuff we can do with that, like even this mic, the stuff around this mic, I'm like, I could do this. I can make this. My missus hates me as well. The amount of times, like, we'll have something and I'm like, I could have made that. Why are we wasting money on that? I could have made that. So I had a business before this called Secure Markings, and we was doing like security markings on like tools, motorbikes, pedal bikes, just to like minimize, or to help. Say if someone was to get stolen, if someone was to see that, they'd be like, well, that's not your name, or that's not yours. Like, or if you found your item again later down the line, you're like, well, that's mine. I got that engraved onto there. And then we had a sweet shop that was called Secure Snacks. Secure Snacks. That may have a return at some point. I've got ideas, but again, it's time. I ain't got time. And then we were just running with Secure, so Secure Plates. It was just natural progression. And then this is what has stuck, the most the whole way. I think just family life, really, isn't it? Like, it's having, like, we own our own house. Like, I wouldn't say we're super financially stable, but there's enough money coming in, like, that we, the mortgage is paid every month. Like, I don't think you can put a price on it, obviously, but just the stability, that's super important. I still don't feel like I'm successful. I don't feel I've hit a level to say that I'm successful, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not there yet. I don't feel. To some people, yes, they probably like, yeah, you're doing well. We're doing okay. Like, there's plenty of people doing way better than me, and I'm like, you're successful. you know, I don't feel that I am yet. So we're doing all right, but I don't feel that I'm successful right now. There's still more I need to do, more money to be made, you know, more experiences. Like I've got things in the pipeline that I'm doing, and that if it works, then I feel like I've made a success, because it's bringing the family in to elevate all of us, not just one of us. That's the plan. I'll be honest, I don't feel like I've got any mentors. I don't go to anyone and ask them for advice. I never have. I'm very much like my own person. Like I'm very ADHD, and I'll just jump on something, and when it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But like growing up, it was just my mum. Yeah, so she had a normal job. Like we'd go to like after school clubs. Like she'd be working. She'd have a weekend job. So that graft in her, it's definitely been passed over to me. Like I feel like I'm way more like, I'm so impulsive with things. Yeah, like I'll just start something and I'll run with it, and everything, touch wood, that I've touched virtually has succeeded. There's only like one or two things that haven't really gone too well, when I've just like knocked it on the head and just cracked on with something else, or I get out of something when the hype's over, in a sense. Success inspires me. Like you see people, like it's not jealousy, but it's envy. Like I'm envious that people have got what they've got. I'm like, how, what have you done to get there? But I'm not jealous in the sense that, how have you got it and I haven't? It's what do I need to do to get to where you are? And I think that is probably one of the best mindsets you can have. Like, because like people are like, oh Jake, you're doing really well, and I'm like, I'm doing all right, but there's so many people that are doing better. I had a customer come in the other day and turn up in a Ferrari. He's got a Richard Mille on his wrist, and I'm like what the like, he's got a house on his wrist. Like, I've got a house, but it's not on my wrist. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a £300-400 watch. I've got, and I don't wear it. Like, there's success out there, and if you, how can I word it? If you sit in the right circles, it will come to you. And I will push until I get what I feel is success. Like when I'm happy, like I don't think you're ever happy, because you get to a certain point and you then want more. But it's, I'm happy where I am. I'd like to earn a bit more money, but as much as mad as it sounds, if you live in Dagenham, you hate it, but I love it. Like it's my goal, and success. That's what inspires me. If I can be successful, me. What I mean? Let's make some money and memories. We. Obviously, COVID hit. Like where we're in now, this was like a salon. It's a beauty salon. My missus does beauty. She's done it for years, obviously, and she worked here. The lady put up for sale, and we was in a position to buy it. So we bought the shop, and COVID hit like a year later. And the whole, obviously, every industry, especially beauty and anything like tattoos, anything where you're touching someone, shut down. And we see a guy who I'd done a little bit of business with before, DMO, and he had just started a sweet business. And I was chatting to him, and I was like, mate, you're pushing this really hard. Then, we've done a bit of digging and found out it was his. And he was like, mate, I've earned X amount of money in 3 weeks. And I was like, what? Like, I knew I couldn't make that much money, but I was like, how are you managing this? He was like, look, like, if you're going to do it, do it. Yeah, he's like, you can make good money. So we started it, but it would have been, the shop would have been empty. We couldn't do anything. We're not making no money, but sweets were fine. You come in, you can social distance, but right then it was a hype. Everyone was like, oh, let's get out of the house. Let's do fakeaways indoors, nights in, whatever. And it worked. It worked really well. We had I don't know if the camera can see, but there's a line here. And these were individual treatment rooms for this part of the shop. And we started with just there, so maybe 20 square meters, maybe something like that. And then we ended up growing it. We had another shop that went really well. And then, as with everything, the hype dies out. Loads of people get on the hype, the trend, and we made enough money. We were starting to lose money. And before, it become a proper loss. We was like, forget this, move on to the next one. Sold all the stock. I was already doing the number plates. I'd bought my massive laser machine already, and it was sat in this shop, and because I could already see the decline, and I was like, I have to do something. And that's probably the best investment I've ever bought, is that laser machine, because I use it every day. Today we're going to be using it. Like, you know, I think being able to change and see that something's not working. We could have carried on, we could have done more, we could have pushed it X, Y, and Z, but it was sweet, so I had no love for it. Like, I actually enjoy doing this. I get up in the morning, I'm not like, oh, gotta go make plates today. Like, I get up and I actually enjoy this. Like, I do what I want. I have fun about, like, I go when I want, I come back when I want. You know, we make stupid, we have fun. Like, you know, I think that's key. That's one of the reasons I love working for myself, because I technically can do what I want when I want, unless the missus like, no. And I'm like, okay, boss. I'm gonna be so honest, like, everything I do works. Like, and if it doesn't work, I just stop. Like, I think my personality is very much like, I had a thought the other day of a business that, you know, me, the missus, and my kids could get involved with, and I've started the ball rolling on it. With the sweet shop, I see a lot of competition coming in, and, you know, I noticed the decline in the money. So, you know, straight away I'm up front with the girls that was working with us. I said, look, the shop ain't working. We're gonna close it, but not yet. Let's, you know, put a little bit more in, and if it doesn't come back, we're just gonna, like, you know, we'll just shut. And, you know, it didn't work. Another month went by, and I said, look, we gotta go, shut it down. So I'm very much, if it's working, lovely. If it's not working, if it will continue to not work, I will just cut it off, forget about it, and move on to the next. Because if you dwell on something for too long, the next opportunity is just going to disappear. And yeah, I'm all about just, you know, around and seeing it. That's kind of my mentality. If you can't change it, don't stress yourself and just crack on. I'll be down here the minute I wake up, yeah, and I'll be down here until 10, 11 o'clock at night some days, just to ensure that things are rolling as they should be. Like, I'm very much like, I believe so hard that if your customers are happy, they're going to push you to new people. We sent a plate out yesterday, the person ordered it this morning before 9 o'clock, or just after 9 o'clock. I'm already tagged on a post, you know, ordered yesterday, arrived this morning. Like, I want to make sure that my customers are getting the Amazon experience, in a sense. So you order and you're getting it tomorrow. Yeah, you've got the Amazon Prime experience, but without the monthly subscription. Like, you know, people don't ask for it, but I want to make sure that they're getting that experience, because, you know, down the line, today I've got this Ferrari customer today. That is, you know, they've seen me, they've seen the good work, they've seen that we work hard. And I was like, oh, thank you for thinking of me. And it was like, I didn't think of anyone else. I couldn't think of anyone else. Like, you are the only guy I'm going to call. Lovely. That to me, that is success. Yeah, in a sense, that is the success. Like, if you've got people spreading your name because you've done good for them, lovely. Like, that to me, that is, yeah, I like that. Near the crack of dawn, here till late, getting moaned at by my missus. You know, like, I think it's just the non-stop work. It's, you know, you have to sacrifice, especially nowadays. Back in the day, I don't think it was anywhere near as mad as it is now. But, you know, if you want nice things, you've got to sacrifice, and time is probably the biggest sacrifice and the biggest cost, really, because we're only here once. You know, so yeah, enjoy what we can when we can, graft every moment in between that. Even when we're on holidays, I'm still grafting. Like, you know, I'm at home, I'm still getting calls. Jake, how do we do this? Jake, how do we do that? And I'm like, let me just come down to the shop. I'll show you. We'll get it done. I want to make sure that it's done right the first time. You know, we save wastage. You know, and as well, one thing that, like, the amount of stuff I've thrown away, the amount of stock I've sacrificed because it's got my name at the bottom of it. Like, you know, one of the boys will make something and I'm like, don't like that. That's just not right. It's going in the bin. I'm remaking it, because that name at the bottom means everything. You know, if someone, I critique other plate companies to myself. I don't do it online. I don't shame anyone online, but, you know, I critique my work so much and my name. If we're sending out crap work, my business is crap and I can't accept that. That's a must. Quality is everything. Money. It is the root of all evil, but without it, you can't do nothing. Like, you know, I enjoy what I do, like, but you know, if it wasn't making money, I would change. I would do something else. Like, unfortunately, the pursuit of money is power. Like, without money, you can't do anything. We need money to survive and to enjoy what we're doing. Money is, like, it isn't everything, but it is everything. Like, you know, you see a rich person, oh, money's not everything, but you've got the money. Yeah, when you don't have the money, money is everything, because you can't feed your family, you can't pay your bills. You know, you want to go out and get a takeaway. Mate, I've never once had to worry about getting a takeaway. Like, I'll go, you know, we'll go out and eat, I'm paying. Yeah, like, oh, you need something, I'm paying. Like, it's the stability to be able to cover your costs and cover, you know, things that your family wants when your family wants it. So yeah, family's there, but the money is, like, without the money, you're like, and people try and say, oh, it's not all about money. It is. It is. Nah, if things were cheaper, and yeah, if things were cheaper, it wouldn't be all about money. You know, ULEZ, every year it's gone up. Parking permits, every year they go up. Like, you know, it's, yeah, parking permits, magnetic plates. Yeah, magnetic plates. Buy some magnets.
Shameless plug.
Come on, secured by magnets. Growing up nowadays, I see a lot of kids, especially, doing things that I'm like, even my kids, yeah, doing things, and I'm like, I don't like that. So, one example, the other day, I had a customer come in, and he's bought a set of plates, yeah, or bought one plate, whatever it was. Yeah, he's bought a plate, and I'm outside. He's gone. As I've come back in, there's about £80 on the floor. Now, there was a guy stood here in the shop, and I was like, oh mate, have you dropped your money? And he's like, no, not me. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, it must be his. So, you know, maybe 15 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, £80, lovely. But now it's like, he's a customer. If I was to take that money, I'm stealing from him. Now, like I say, when I was younger, I wouldn't have thought so bad about it. But now it's like, I feel as you get older, your values change, innit? Like, and you know, your mindset changes. So that straight away, I was like, oh, let me run after him. And I said to him, I was like, mate, did you drop any money in the shop? And how he pulled the money out, it was 20s, 10s, 5s, yeah? But there was no 5s, and I had 1 10. So there was a load of 5s and a 10. So I knew straight away exactly how he had it folded. That was his money. I said, mate, look, you've dropped your money. And he's like, oh, bro, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I come in, I was like, oh, good deed of the day done. But I could have just took the money, but no, you know, I can't do it. Like, my whole, you know, how I was years ago, not, you know, I've definitely grown up and changed. The integrity, like, 100%, like, you know, that's like, yeah, that's super important. You know, what's yours is yours, and what someone else's is someone else's. And, you know, it's that simple. Do you know what? Again, I don't feel like I ask anybody for, or never really asked or had people to ask advice from. But my advice is just work hard. Yeah, have a job, but do something on the side that you love or that you want to do. You know, like, I see so many people doing stupid. If you do wrong to people, they're going to do wrong to you, or something wrong is going to come to you. Just if you work together, you're going to earn money together. You know, you're going to go through life and not have no stresses, where if you're around with people and you're doing nasty, you're going to get bad come back to you. And that's, like, who needs that stress? Because it's a headache. Like, it's a headache. But like, there's a lot of money to be made out there, and you know, you've just got to find the right path, do the right things, and work until you're at the point where you're like, me, I've done well. So my son's here, he's 17, and at 17 I didn't have a dad around me. I had my mum, but I'd already had him. Like, it was, you know, from 15, just before 16, we had my eldest. My main focus from then is just making sure that I provide and I'm there for them every day, and I have been. Like, so yeah, do the right thing, people. Get a job, get a good paying job. Yeah, don't follow this bull trends that everyone's doing. Like, graft, find your own path and just hit it, and keep looking for progression as well. I've got one friend that's probably had about 20 jobs in the last year, and he's gone from like 40 grand to like 80 grand. yeah, within like the space of a year, just by chopping and changing jobs and leveling up. Like, you know, just because you're in a job, it doesn't mean you have to stay there. Like, because unfortunately, we are replaceable, and you know, the second you're gone, like, your employer is looking for someone else because they have to. Like, it is life. It is part of the job, part of the world. You know, no one is forever. No one's permanent. Do right to people. I'll be real. I see so many people doing wrong to their friends, and friends being friends one day and not friends the next day, and then, you know, friends killing friends. Nah, all that. Like, your best friend could be your enemy tomorrow, and your enemy could be your friend next year. You never know. But just, yeah, watch who you're with as well. Like, your surroundings. You know, if you're surrounded by millionaires, you're in a room with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the 6th. Yeah, if you're surrounded by heads, 5 of them, you're going to be the 6th head. Like, or you might be the first head, you never know. But it's your surroundings are key, proper key to where you go in life. Perseverance. Like, there is no, and not being lazy. A lot of people are lazy. I'll be up and out of my, like, the second I wake up, most of the time, after my morning, of course, yeah, because that's double important. But I can be out the door. Yeah, I'll set an alarm. If I've got something to do, I'll be out the door. Yeah, no thought process. I won't even brush my teeth. I'm just out of the door. Yeah, I'll do that later. But you know, nothing's gonna land on your lap and give you what you want. Yeah, other than universal credits, but waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, if you want something, you need to go out and grab it, graft for it, do it. Like, literally, it's not going to come to you otherwise. Like, and that's key. If you want something, go and get it. Work hard for it. We've all got 24 hours in a day. Yeah, you can go and work on 9 to 5. Yeah, and then get home and be like, oh, I've had a hard day. Or you can get home and be like, right, now I've got from 6 o'clock, let's say you've had a bit of time to get on, whatever, 6 till 9, you've got 3 hours that you can put in a bit of time, do some learnings, elevate, do something else. Like, there's still more hours of the day. You know, there's so much that you can do, but if you don't want to do it, it ain't gonna come. My main thing is ensuring that my kids have got a house each. Yeah, if I can get to the point where, you know, each one of them's got a house, that to me would be a legacy. If I can make sure that all my kids have got a house each, yeah, regardless where it is in the country, but they've got a house, yeah, that to me would be priceless. Because I didn't have a house handed to me. I've had nothing handed to me. Like, I've worked for everything that I've got, good or bad. You know, everything that I've got, I've worked hard for. I don't ask no one for nothing. You know, Christmas comes, what do you want for Christmas? Nothing. Whatever I need, I will buy it. Like, you know, the kids, what do you want? Yeah, no, that's too much money, you ain't having it. But yeah, just legacy wise, if all the kids have got a house, yeah, and they ain't got a stress graft, you know, they've still got a graft, obviously. I'll be honest, I don't care what people think of me. Like, I don't care what people think of me. Like, I don't care what, you know, not to belittle anyone, but I don't care what anyone else is doing as much as I don't care what they think of me. Yeah, like, I don't think I've got anyone that dislikes me. Like, I don't do wrong to anyone, but as long as my family are happy and they, like, you know, they love theirs for me, that's it. That's all that matters. What anyone else thinks, it don't matter. Other than my customers on the business. Me and the missus had a kid. We was both 15, like, we was both super young, proper naive. We didn't have a clue what the was going on. But, you know, we're still together now. We're married. We've got a house, 3 kids. Like, you know, when growing up, like, you know, all my friends going out drinking, drugs, whatever. I've drank a few times. I don't think I've ever been drunk. I've never done any drugs. Like, none of that interests me. But my whole mindset was, you know, I've got to provide. I have to provide from such a young age, and it's literally all I've ever done. Like, I just work. Like, I'm a workhorse. We just graft, innit? Just having the right mindset, innit? Like, because I think, like, the mindset can't be taught. I don't think, like, it's there. Like, I'm glad that I've got this mindset of, you know, nothing's handed to me. I've got to work for everything. Like, there's too many people that are entitled and think that they're don't stink in a sense. Like, you know, but yeah, that, like, to have this mindset and the ethic, that's key. financial freedom. Secure Plates will still be operating and running, hopefully making more money. Big unit, something, maybe not a massive unit, but just something. We've got a new business starting where we're doing like events. So maybe the event business, if it goes well, then that should be doing all right. Just to be a level up from where we are. Like, you know, at the minute this year, focusing mainly on debts, trying to get debts paid off and things worked down. So if I can work the majority of my debts out, be lovely. But yeah, just to level up a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy because like this is who I am. Like I'm in the thick of it every day. Like there is no like, you know, I don't want to be putting my feet up. Like that to me, that doesn't interest me. Like I want to be grafting, just doing the same thing really. Just you know, as long as we're projects are coming in, and you know, I'd like to be not hands off here, but hands off in the sense that I've got other people running it, and I'll just get a phone call here and there. Jake, you know, we've done $5 today, and I'm like, lovely. But we can always dream. We can always dream. I am always looking to elevate. Like, you know, I'm always looking for the next thing. Like, I'm always looking to, you know, to find that next opportunity. Like, yeah, I feel like, definitely not diagnosed, but I feel like I've got a mad sense of ADHD, and, you know, if I like the look of something, I'm going to go for it. Like, so I am impulsive. Don't you smile at me.
Occupied.
Oh yes.